Your place, your base.
Yes, I know this place very, very, very well.
Like the back of your hand.
Like the back of my hand.
Right.
So small-scale miners at Manso Kenyago in the Amansia South District has accused some unauthorized security personnel of using the name National Anti-Illegal Mining Operations Secretariat, that's the NIMOS, to extort money from them at mining sites. So they put red armbands around their heads and arms, and they staged a protest against the alleged NIMOS imposters, urging authorities to act swiftly before the situation escalates. They claim that these individuals, they frequently move from site to site, demanding money and under the pretext of enforcing government's anti-galamsey operations. According to the aggrieved workers, they are uncertain whether the government has established any additional task force aside from NIMOS, as the alleged imposters, continue to, harass them. So they spoke to some of our news, reporters, and the miners warned that they may be forced to confront the perpetrators if authorities fail to intervene. So here, he says, we know NIMOS is the task force established by the government to fight illegal mining, not licensed small-scale miners, and even they don't extort money. But recently, some men came to seize our equipment and demanded money. After our checks, we realized they were not from NIMOS, but imposters tarnishing tarnishing government's image. So the miners stressed that they do support government's fight against illegal mining, but condemn the actions of these individuals who are exploiting, the exercise to extort money. They cautioned that failure by authorities to address the issue could lead to violent confrontations in the area. One Abdullah Chipsa, a site manager at one of the mining concessions in Manso Kenyago, alleged that the imposters visit their sites at least twice a week to demand money and sometimes confiscate equipment and parts. So he says, just recently, they came to my site, arrested 2 of my workers and took away some of our equipment, demanding 200,000 cedis before they released them. The last time, they took 50,000 cedis. Mr. Chipsa further alleged that the district chief executive from another district has also been leading groups of heavily built men to the area to extort money from miners. He says the DCA is not from the enclave, yet he comes here for money. One day, we will beat him for Ghanaians too. He also claimed that the said DCA openly told them they are enriching themselves before the end of their term and cannot be stopped. What?
There's a reported speech.
Yeah. So it cannot be, substantiated.
We can not independently.
Yeah. So Mr. Chipsa has therefore called on President John Mahama and the leadership of the National Democratic Congress to intervene.
Well, I like the bit that they know that NIMOS is the body that has been set up to fight galamsey or illegal mining.
Yeah.
And I'm also happy that they mentioned that they know that people from NIMOS do not take money. I'm hoping that what they're doing, small-scale mining, they are doing it the proper way, that they are not destroying our environment. And for me, with this said, I just hope that we'll look into the matter. If indeed people are purporting to be who they are not, if people are out there and extorting money from people, and they say they was from national security, something from let's say,
and it's a common phenomenon in these areas.
It is wrong, and I hope that it's looked into.
Yeah.
Because, like they're saying, we know that in some of the mining areas they are well armed. So if care is not taken, and they say they want to face these people,
and it can easily happen.
Escalate into something else.
Yeah.
So for me, I just hope that they'll look into the matter, and then if the people are really fronting to people that they're not, they should be, apprehended, and then the law takes its course. For the beating of the DC, who they claim is not from the area, I don't want to believe, and I'm choosing my words carefully, I don't want to believe that is what the DCE said. But if indeed he said so, then shame on him. But if they should attack the DC and beat him too, it's a big problem. So we should look into this matter. Caution the DC if indeed he has said those things and he's behaving the way they allege that he is. It
comes back to the question of government officials and people in power who are still behind this menace, hiding behind party colors and the firewall of security and built men to still look on for this thing to happen. I'm not surprised at all, because these things has been happening since since before time. You remember when they established this task force, the swimming, the blue guard or whatever. And I said, it's just another avenue for people to go and extort money from minors. That is all that there is. Once they get there, they're enticed with money. You will send 5 people to go and inspect or do whatever they want. They will come back each with 5,000 cedis in their pocket, and they will just keep quiet. And that's exactly what is happening here. You know, it's happening all the time. Yeah, I'm not surprised at all. That's why when I saw it, I was like, this is a funny story because it happens all the time, all the time. Sometimes you even get actual military men in uniforms who are proper soldier men who go around sites and use their uniforms to take money from sites. Because people will panic 1 or 2. If a bold person comes to talk to them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, they go inside, bring a bundle of cash, and they leave. On top of that, once you are able to make that connection with them, it will be established that they are the ones who are going to protect that site. If anything is coming, they will inform you to know what to. So, I mean, I'm not surprised
and
at all.
And again, we know of instances where, per the works done by Erastus Donko, he's gone to places where he's seen military uniform.
Yeah, he's stationed at the site.
Stationed at the site. So, and then when the military group that Erastus is with, when they get there, there's a confrontation where they nearly would even want to shoot at each other, where our vehicle has been vandalized before. And so
they themselves have been assaulted several times.
But it also boils down to how serious we are in fighting this menace, this Galamsey menace. Because if NIMOS indeed is well tooled to do its job, and we're encouraging NIMOS, to do its job and do it well, we'll not be where we are right now. You understand? But from time immemorial, from that of the time of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo to the current president John Dramani Mahama, it's like the same thing. It's the same thing that is happening. We're not seeing any improvement in the fight against Galamsey. So you hear even the Rastus at the point in time they wanted to bait him with some money.
Yeah,
he refused to take the money.
Now one they will come. The money they will bait you with it, Papa. It will come plenty.
There's another story that I saw about a missing girl who later has been found dead on a cocoa farm. Yeah. Do we know the details of that story?
It looks like a very disturbing story.
Have you found it?
Hold on.
Okay, I'm holding on.
Okay, yeah. So missing 8-year-old found dead
on a cocoa farm.
Where? Somewhere in Seshi.
And what's the story?
The internet is a bit slow. Let me try and.
We've been talking about the network systems this past few days.
David, I heard you talking about the Galamsey thing. I don't know whether you've seen the latest pictures of the gentleman who normally takes the pictures for us, Adam Sham, the guy who goes around taking drone shots. And David, there's a place called Watreso.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know that.
I know that, Papa. Watreso is actually the place where the Ghana Water had one of their plants, which was shut down because of pollution.
Where is it? Is it Amansie area?
It's Amansie area. It
David,
connects to Obuasi.
It seems as if
the water that is supplied to Obuasi, that plant was shut down completely because.
So David, it seems as if the Amansie, Adanse areas there, they are gone. Because when you look at the pictures, I don't know if Joel can get us the pictures. David, it's terrible what is happening there. When you see the pictures from that place, it's terrible. Adam Shram, that's his Facebook. Anybody can go there. He mostly posts it almost every day, and it's just terrible. It's just terrible what is happening. And for me, the government must take a decisive action against these things. Yeah, because if you are not careful, Charlie, the way things are going, it will be catastrophic.
Yeah.
And the last time the Ghana Water was here, they were talking about our water resources. And Charlie, the way the depletion is going, the way the pollution is going, the government must be decisive enough. I mean, the president has even told that NDC people are involved, meaning that he knows them. He knows them.
The moment there was change of power,
changing Galamsey.
Yes, there's also a change in Galamsey power. It's just a swap. The people who were already on the field will boldly walk up to you and come and start negotiating with you. That's how it happens all the time.
And at the end of the day, we, the citizens, are the losing end of the rope. We don't get anything from it.
DCs are involved.
But Leo, these things, you see, it's not about DC being involved. See, any DCE anywhere who says he doesn't know what Galamsey happening in this area, it's three things. He's either pretending he's incompetent or he's just feigning ignorance of the situation. Because as the DCE, Leo, when you read Article 243, the 243 2C, you are the chief central government representative. 2432.
So the president of the area.
You are the president of the area. And if you are the president of the area, you're the head of the DISEC. If it's a municipal, you're the head of the music. How can the head of security tell me that they don't know where an illegality is happening? And Galamsey is not done in bedrooms. Galamsey is not done in shops. It's done when you go to Konongo, it's there.
Yeah.
So why are you pretending that we don't know?
Sometimes even close to police stations. Yeah.
Oh, Charlie, let's stop this hypocrisy.
I think it's time for us to do, for sports. Steve Zando is already seated, coming to do his thing.
Just wanna feel this moment.
Steve, good morning.
Yeah, Leo, good morning. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing good. What's happening in the world of sports today?
There's a lot to talk about. The Black Stars former player Daniela Parry has been speaking on the Black Stars preparation ahead of the World Cup tournament, and we've got some local club issues. Asante Kotoko will feature on today's edition of the Last Sports Center. Not forgetting the UEFA Champions League match that was played last night in Spain. Atletico Madrid played the 1-1 draw against Arsenal, the Gunners. But today is Joel Messi's birthday.
Yes.
Oh wow! So what are you guys doing for him?
Maybe I won't do anything for him.
No, but the big man himself, David Akwete, what is he doing?
He said something, but I don't know.
As a team, as a morning show team, you're supposed to plan and then prepare something
Enter the cake, man.
Oh, of course. I mean, why not?
Special
the cake, gift, you know. So Gino said to Leo Stanley and David, the big man himself, David Akwete, where is he? you for sure action. Joel Messi. Happy birthday to you, but the guys will sort you out this morning.
Well, we'll buy a go back for him.
Sponsors for always coming through to support us. Laxop is on board. Laxop is the perfect union of fine fragrances crafted by the world's best perfumers and skill-loving formulas. They make skin glow, leave a long-lasting scent, and delight the senses, turning bath time into a luxurious moment of self-care. It is available in all shops for bulk purchase and wholesale deals. Call Prince on this number for more details. 0240 219 191 0240 219 191. Now to Vim Champagne Energy Drink. And are you planning a wedding, hosting a party, or getting ready for any big celebration? Listen up. There's one drink everybody is talking about right now, and that drink is Vim Champagne Energy Drink. Now, let me tell you why. Vim Champagne Energy Drink is smooth, super refreshing, and it hits you with that instant boost your body needs to stay active and alive. No dull moment with Vim Champagne Energy Drink. So whether you are dancing all night, celebrating with friends, or turning up at that special event, make sure it is Vim Champagne Energy Drink by your side. Rush now to your nearest store, supermarket, or event vendor and grab your Vim Champagne Energy Drink today. It's a quality product from Trillium Industrial Limited. For more purchase, please call 0322 190 877 0322 190 877. Vim Champagne Energy Drink, it gives you Vim.
I just wanna feel this moment.
Now, let me tell you about the new Techno Spark 50. In a world that demands more from you every single day, your smartphone shouldn't be that thing holding you back. You need a device that matches your pace, protects your moment, and performs without compromise. That is why I recommend to you the Techno Spark 50. It was built with exactly that in mind. Performance is seamless with extendable RAM up to 12 gigabytes, and durability is uncompromised. So available in 5 refined colors. We have the Techno Spark 50 set, a new standard in intelligent, powerful, and durable smartphone. So get your new Techno Spark 50 now. Visit any Techno store or authorized dealer to get your new Techno Spark 50.
I just wanna feel this moment. just wanna
And are you an SHS leaver or university graduate looking for a job? In fact, the day is today. Jobberman Ghana, under the Happy program, is organizing a free mass recruitment and training program today, April 30, 2026, at the Pentecost Church, James Darcy Temple at Diabeba, behind the Malcolm Ahojo. Run about 8:30 a.m. is the time. So this morning, just about 1 hour 20 minutes time, we are starting the program at the Pentecost Church, James Darcy Temple at Diabeba, behind Malcolm Ahojo. We will train and connect you to jobs in administration, finance, sales, manufacturing, security services, and clothing design, as well as many more. Remember, it is free for everyone. All you have to do is to come along with your Ghana card. Call this number or WhatsApp this number for more details: 0270-176-661 or 0531-018-251. Let me take it again: 0531-018-251 for more information.
I just wanna feel this moment.
All right, let's get into the stories now, because former Ghana defender Daniel Opari has called on the handlers of the senior national team, the Black Stars, to focus on building a strong and cohesive squad ahead of the 2026 FIFA World Cup. The ex-Ghana defender expressed concerns over the constant changes in the team, arguing that frequent alterations to the squad disrupt unity and make it difficult for players to develop chemistry on the pitch. He emphasized in an interview with my colleague Fentio Tahiru of Joy Sports that a consistent team selection would allow players to better understand each other's strength and playing style, ultimately improving overall performance.
We have talents in the team, incredible ones, fantastic players. But I think we need to build a team. Yeah, because like I said, sometimes you have talents, but you don't have a team.
Yes.
You understand?
And I'm asking, why don't we have a team? From where you stand?
You know, I wouldn't want to go deep, but the only thing I can say is that these players, they need to maintain them for a long time, you know, and then don't try to change. They can change it. Maybe if there is an injury, you know, then they can look into it and then bring somebody that thinks that deserve to be there. You understand? That's the only way we can build a team. That if we keep changing players like the way we changing our dresses, then it's not going to help. You understand? Because every time when it's like that, it means that you are breaking the team. You know, they are not coming together. So yeah, we need to keep them. We need to encourage them. You understand? And then put them together for a long time, and then we can build a team.
Now, according to Daniel Opari, Ghana's group at the World Cup tournament will be difficult, but the team has the talent to change things with the expectation of qualifying from the group stage.
It's going to be difficult, but trust me, you know, this football, anything can happen. Like I said, you know, me, I really believe in these boys. Like the talent, there is no doubt. So they can go out there and really make things happen. They can surprise. Like people will really like look down, like they will really surprise you. Yeah, you know, sometimes it takes an individual to change the whole game. You know, so if they keep up to that mentality, like we are here to play, we are here to win, we are here to build ourselves for the future. You know, with that one spirit, you know, I think that they are capable of doing anything. For me, my expectation for them is to get out from the group stage. If we are able to get out from the group stage, we have a good chance to at least win 1 or 2 matches again, you know. Wow. But I'll be really happy to see them get out from the group stage. You know, that will really make me happy, you know, because then that means that we are starting to build a team. That means that they are really aware now, and then they are, you understand. So, but for me, there is no doubt. I really believe in them. I think they are fantastic talents in there that can be really showcased.
Now, Daniel Opari finished up by saying that Ghana's chances at the World Cup tournament will be enhanced if Kudus Mohammed recovers from that injury setback to be part of the team at the tournament.
Yeah, you know, it's fantastic. It's fantastic.
If he doesn't come back, we're in deep trouble.
You know, like I said, football is, you know, the ones they can play. Yeah. But I think with Kudus in there, you know, he will add more value to the team. So, you know, fingers crossed, we pray that he recovers on time so that he can make the World Cup. Yeah. You understand?
And indeed, that's our prayer as well. You hear the voice of former Ghana defender Daniel Opari. Meanwhile, discussions continue to intensify for local players' quota in the Black Stars squad for the 2026 World Cup tournament. The Black Galaxies have been in camp for some time now, training and playing series of friendlies, and some may be called up for Ghana's friendly against Mexico next month. For head coach of the Black Galaxies, Kassim Okansi Mengio, the players only need confidence to deliver at that stage.
I've seen much improved in the team. They are doing well. Whatever we ask them to be doing, they are coping with what we ask them to do. Some of them have improved. They've now gained confidence. We are going to South Africa to play with a South African team, national team. Coming back, we have some confidence, some pride in them. Oh no, we can also play. So now they play with confidence. Oh, they are also adjusting to the situation. Because when you go to some place and see them play, you also copy what they are doing. They are good players. It depends on you to psych them, tell them what to do, how you want them to play. And the only thing, tell them how you want them to play. You train them to suit your philosophy, and you psych them up. And that's all.
You hear the voice of Black Galaxy's head coach Kasim Mokanse Mengo speaking on the local players. Away from that, let's talk about the Ghana Premier League, because the Ghana Football Association has announced the timeline for the 2026-27 Premier League season. The new campaign will commence over the weekend of September 4 to 7, 2026, and will run through to May 8, 28, 31, and 2027, in line with the Football Association's approved 2026-27 football calendar. As for the current format, league matches will primarily be played on weekends, while midweek slots will be reserved for only outstanding fixtures. Now, the Ghana Football Association and members of the wider football community gathered on Wednesday, that was yesterday, to pay their last respect to the late Dominic Frimpong. Frimpong, who played for Ghana Football Club, lost his life earlier this month during an armed robbery attack involving the team bus of Brekum Chelsea Football Club. Now, the incident occurred as Brekum Chelsea were returning to Brekum following a Ghana Premier League game against Samatex 1996. Final funeral rite for the footballer held at the Asin Dansame in the Central Region drew a large turnout of football officials, traditional leaders, and sympathizers. May he so continue to rest in peace. Now to the camp of Asante Kotoko. An interim coach of the club, Hamza Obin, has emphasized the need for patience as he works to rebuild the struggling giant, insisting that steady progress on the training ground will eventually translate into results. Speaking to Asante Kotoko media ahead of Kotoko's Week 31 clash against Dreams FC this weekend, Hamza Obin acknowledged the team's recent struggle has not been the best.
Well, it's not a good image for the club, and as I said earlier, we are trying to put everything together, make sure we build in each department so that everything will be okay for us. We try to build one team, and then it will be a collective play from the team so that we will try and manage in getting our results. Well, I think we are looking at the phases of play during our training section. When I talk of the phases of play, I'm talking about communication. The communication in the game means one language that we are going to understand, the tactics that we are going to deploy, and also deciding, that is looking the game inside. They are trying to take everything that we are doing gradually, and also the execution of the decision that we are doing too, they are picking it up. That is the technique that we are working on, and then football fitness training too, everything is moving on smoothly. So we are trying to build everything together and then try to make a collective team and then try to achieve the results.
That was the voice of Asante Kotoko interim manager Hamza Obin in there. Now, away from that, the 2027 Africa Cup of Nations will run from 19th June to 17th July 2027, following confirmation of the tournament at the high-level meeting held ahead of the 76th FIFA Congress in Vancouver, Canada. The approval forms part of a broader endorsement of international football calendars across FIFA's competitions, with officials setting key tournament dates for all confederations in the next cycle. The Continental Showpiece will be jointly hosted by Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania, marking a historic milestone as East Africa prepares to stage the tournament on a shared platform for the first time. Further details on host cities, venues, and logistical arrangements are expected to be released gradually as the three host nations work closely with CAF and other stakeholders to stage that competition in 2027. Now to women's football, and Ghana's women's national team, the Black Queens, to begin their journey towards the Los Angeles 2028 Olympic Games with a second round clash against either Mauritius or Djibouti following the official draw by the Confederation of African Football. The Black Queens have been handed a bye from the opening round of the African qualifiers, a reward for their impressive standing in the continental rankings. Now, the second round fixtures are scheduled to be played between October 5 and October 13, 2026, with Ghana aiming to secure a strong start in what promises to be a demanding qualification campaign. To another women's national team news, the Black Princesses and Ghana will host Uganda in the first leg of the final round of the FIFA Under-20 Women's World Cup qualifier on Sunday, May 3, 2026 at the Accra Sports Stadium. The Black Princesses head coach Charles Sampson has called on Ghanaians to turn up in strong numbers as his side prepares for a decisive game against Uganda. Ghana's Under-20 team women's national team heads into the fixture after edging past South Africa 3-2 on aggregate, keeping alive their push for an 8th straight appearance at the global tournament. Here is Charles Simpson speaking ahead of the game.
It has been good. The girls have been looking forward to this. We prepared enough, so we are ready to go. Today we wanted an opponent that can give us a bit of physicality, for we know that Uganda also with that sort of physicality, so I think we got what we were looking for. Only the tempo looked a bit slow in my liking, but it can also be the opponent that made us to go to that tempo. We need to raise it up on Sunday, and that will work through it and make sure we are there. So we are expecting every Ghanaian to come and support us on the 3rd of May, where we meet Uganda at the Accra Sports Stadium, and the time is 3:30.
All right, here the voice of Black Princesses head coach Charles Sampson in the Now to Europe. Let's talk about that big clash between Arsenal and Atletico Madrid.
Arsenal have a penalty here. Victor Gyökeres, and Arsenal lead in the semi-final. It's a penalty kick. Julian Alvarez, this to level it up. And he does. It's 1-1. It will be all to play for next week in North London. It's finished. Atletico Madrid 1, Arsenal 1.
So that's how it ended, but Arsenal manager Mikel Arteta was left fuming after Arsenal had a penalty controversially overturned following a VAR check in a pulsating 1-1 draw with Atletico Madrid in the Champions League semi-final first leg. Both goals were scored from the penalty spot, and here's how the Arsenal manager Mikel Arteta complained about officiating.
It should be, and what a pleasure, what a privilege to play in such a beautiful atmosphere. I mean, the energy that they create here, it's something else. We knew how tough it was going to be. I think we had some very, very good periods, and a game that we proposed, I wanted to play. We went ahead in the scoreline, and then, yeah, it's a shame the way we conceded the penalty. But with the rules and how UEFA and the Champions League has given those penalties, I accept it. What I don't accept, and I think is something that I'm fuming, we are all as a club, is what happened with the penalty of Ep and how it gets overturned. In my opinion, at this level, it's unacceptable, because it changes the course of the time.
So the Arsenal manager was obviously complaining about officiating last night. So UEFA has released a statement to explain why Arsenal had a late penalty overturning the Champions League game. In a brief statement, UEFA explained the decision, and I quote, "Athletic player number 17 did not commit a foul on the opponent." UEFA said upon introduction of the technology that the VAR team will check all match-changing situations but only intervene for clear and obvious mistakes. Meanwhile, Atletico Madrid goalkeeper Jan Oblak says the tie is still open.
Intense game from both teams. We were looking for 3 points. I mean, they was looking for 3 points as well. But I think we did pretty good game. But then 1-1, 2 penalties. It's a lot to decide in London next week. So it's everything open.
You hear the voice of Atletico Madrid goalkeeper Jan Oblak in there. We look forward to the second leg in England at the Emirates Stadium between Arsenal and Atletico Madrid. But away from the Champions League to the UEFA Europa League, 2 matches will be played obviously in the semi-final stage. At 7 p.m, Braga will be playing Freiburg. We have Nottingham Forest versus Aston Villa, same time, 7 p.m. But away from the games, Chelsea winger Muhalu Mudryk is appealing to the Court of Arbitration for Sport after he was given a 4-year ban by the Football Association for doping. And lastly, Mohamed Salah is expected to return for Liverpool before the end of the season after suffering a minor muscle injury. The club has confirmed. Some good news for the Liverpool fans out there. The player possibly will return to the club before the end of the current campaign. So that will be all for the Last Sports Center powered by the Last Sports team, brought to you in association with Laxop. Yeah, Laxop was on board. Laxop is the perfect union of fine fragrances crafted by the world's best perfumers and skin-loving formulas. Vim Champagne Energy Drink. It gives you Vim, and we've got the new Techno Spark 50 on the market. So visit any Techno store or authorized dealer to get your new Techno Spark 50. My name is Stephen Zando. Mornings on Facebook at LEV 99.5 FM. Next on the radio, obviously, will be a continuation of Love in the Morning with a big man himself, David Akwete, together with Eugene Osetutu, Leo Stanley. We're going to meet later today at 3:05 p.m. on the Last Post Bliss Extra. It's a bye-bye for now.